What's up, vapors? Thanks for checking out Daily Vape TV. My name is Nick, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Nudge 22. So the random question of the day is, what do you guys think of cloud comps? We've talked about trick competitions. Well, what do you guys think about cloud competitions? Have you ever seen two guys go back to back and blow massive clouds of vapor with money on the line? Let me know what you think right down there in the comments box below. Personally, I think it's cool to do once in a while with your buddies, but again, just like trick competitions, once you get money involved, I think that's going a little bit overboard. But with that, I want to hear from you guys. Just leave a comment right down there in the box below. All right, guys, so today we're going to be taking a look at this little guy right here, the Nudge 22 by Wotofo, with a big shout out and thank you going their way for allowing me to take a look at this device for the purpose of making this video. And with that, this is the baby brother of the Nudge 24, a single coil, super easy to build, great for squonking little RDA. So taking a look online, this device comes in 6 different colors for you to choose from. You have black, blue, green, gunmetal, red, and stainless steel. And just like the Nudge 24, these are more the subdued sort of colors. Really nothing too fancy with this one here like gold or rainbow, but hey, there you have it. And it's going to run you about 30 bucks, which is kind of the average price of a Chinese RDA nowadays. And with that, I think it's a pretty darn good deal. If you want to grab one for yourself, I'll leave a link right down there in the description below. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dive down to the close-up view and take a better look at this thing. Alright guys, so as you can see, we've got the Nudge 22 in its original box, so let's quickly take a look around the packaging, and then we'll take a look at what's inside. So first and foremost, Nudge RDA right there in the little green circle on the front with a lovely Photoshop picture behind it. And this is all matte packaging, no spot gloss on this one whatsoever here. On the front we have Wotofo, on this side we have Wotofo 22 and black. On this side here, we have Wotofo.com, and this side we have, once again, 22 and black with the UPC and scratch-off authentication. And on the back here, we have what the kit contains, and this is actually kind of interesting. It says Attention. Might be a spelling mistake or might just be a translation issue. I'm not quite sure there, but either way, that's a thing. And some company information on the bottom there. So let's go ahead and crack this bad boy open and see what we get inside the box. Well, we get a Nudge 22 RDA, of course. So there is the Nudge 22. We'll look at that in just a second here. Let's just go ahead and take out this little foam insert thing. And we also get another cap. We get the smaller airflow cap. This thing comes with 2 caps. This one is the smaller airflow cap. The other one is a little bit bigger airflow cap, of course. Then we have the 510 tip adapter, so you can use all of your 510 drip tips if you want to. And in the bottom here we have, oh, a lovely little booklet. This is how you do a booklet, folks. This is exactly what I like to see. Graphics, color, a little bit of wordage, and not too long, and it's just gorgeous. This is exactly what I want. Every vendor should do exactly like this. There we go. So we also have the little Wotofo giveaway thing that we've been seeing for quite some time now, actually, and this is actually a sticker too. They made an Instagram post about that. This is actually a sticker, so that's kind of neat. Of course, the Wotofo bags, as per usual here, and let's just go through them one by one. Let's just start off with a little black screwdriver, because I feel like I always miss this, and I always have to edit it in, but little black screwdriver is included, so there you go. That's something. And I guess we should open the little bags. Honestly, I hate doing this because I always lose the parts, but let's see what we get here. So first baggie contains a couple of coils, 2 coils to be exact. Pretty good looking coils with the leads facing the opposite direction, which is just right for this device here. But let's see, we can get those coils in the shot. There we go. Pretty good looking coils. I would definitely use them, and hopefully I don't lose them, but there we go. Let's see, next one, this has got to be the cotton. Yep, cotton. So you get a little tiny thing of cotton. Nothing too crazy special, but it is included in the box. You really have no excuses with this one here. The price is absolutely great for this thing for what you get in the box. And last but not least, we have, oh, these are the extra pieces, the obligatory parts bag. Non-resealable. If anything, make this one resealable, Wotofo. That's my one complaint about the packaging, but we have a full set of O-rings. We have a standard pin. It comes pre-installed with the Squonk pin. This is actually the standard 510 pin. And a full set of Phillips-headed grub screws. Not quite grub screws. They do have a little bit of a top piece to them, but yeah, little tiny Phillips-headed screws. All right, guys, let's talk about the specs. First of all, it's 22 millimeters in diameter. It has a dual post 4-terminal design with 3mm by 2mm each terminal openings, top-mounted Phillips-headed screws, 6mm deep juice well, peak insulated throughout, double O-ring secured, side airflow system with a 7mm by 3mm dual air slot. It comes with an 810 wideboard drip tip as well as a 510 drip tip adapter, stainless steel construction, and the 510 pin is 24 karat gold plated. All right, guys, let's go over the Nudge 22 from top to bottom as we normally do, starting off with the drip tip up top here. This is an 810 super wide bore tip. It's the same one that you get with the 24mm version of the Nudge. Nice and wide there. It's 11mm in diameter for the bore, and nice wide bore tip that comes with this thing. It's very comfortable to vape on, and it has the O-ring actually in the top cap section up top here. Hopefully you guys can see that in there. And just to prove to you guys that it is an 810, here's a dead rabbit tip sitting nice and flush. Very nice fit there. No complaints whatsoever about that. On the outside here, we have the engravings, Nudge on one side here, and the Suck My Mod logo on the other side. There we go. And that's pretty much it. It's got a very unique shape for the top cap section here. So let's go ahead and pull that top cap off real quick. So that little curve up near the top section there is really going to help out in the flavor department, and I get the best flavor off of RDAs that have that little kind of curved section up near the top part of the barrel section here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the other cap real quick. This is the smaller airflow cap, and as you can see here, nice tight little airflow holes, and these are fully adjustable as well with the same exact engravings. You have Nudge on one side here and the Suck My Mod logo right there. So as you can see, I've got my build still in there just to give you guys an idea of how I built this thing. And I kind of raised the coil up a little bit over the airflow section. Hopefully you guys can see that. The airflow comes in from these side holes right here. And I just wanted the airflow to get underneath that coil. So with that, I feel like I get better flavor. But hey, maybe that's just me. I built this one with this terminal and this terminal. Obviously, if you build the opposite way, then you're going to be using this terminal and that terminal. No big deal. Doesn't matter. You can use either or if you want to attempt a dual coil on this thing, you can use both. So it is possible to do a dual coil. I might actually do one eventually, but you know what? I just wanted to keep it simple for right now. But yeah, this is just one example of how you want to build this thing. So now without that coil in there, you can see where the Squonk pin comes out, and I really feel like they missed a trick with this one here, because I feel like they should have added some sort of piece that directed the juice to go left and right into the juice wells on either side here, rather than just kind of going up and in the middle, because that way it's easier for that juice to come out the air holes. But hey, maybe that's just me personally. But with that, you can see the terminals here, nice and wide, so you can fit the exotic wire builds in there if you wanted to. You can see the airflow sections as well, and the actual peak insulated airflow section on this side from the positive post, which is kind of a nifty way to do that. Lots of room to build in here. You can build a 3 or maybe 3.5mm coil, and a nice deep juice well as well here. Nice tight little O-rings right at the bottom there. No complaints in that department whatsoever. And right here we have the 510 pin with the squonking pin in right now, and some basic engravings on the bottom, Suck My Mod and Wotofo right there. So that's what I got for you guys in this little close-up section of the Nudge 22. Let's go back to the main screen, have a quick vape on this thing, and we'll talk about it some more. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the close-up section of the video. Now let's talk about my personal thoughts about this device, some pros, some cons, and whether or not it's worth purchasing. Starting off with the pros, and my first pro is the cap and tip options. Now, not only do you get 2 caps in the box, one with more airflow and one with less airflow, and it's fully adjustable to boot, but you also have the choice between an 810 drip tip size and a 510 drip tip size with the included adapters. So you have a whole plethora of different airflow options at your disposal with this system here, and at the price tag of only $30, I think that is an absolute steal. deal. And my second pro for this one is it's a flavor banger. This thing has been my daily driver flavor RDA for quite some time now, and I am really impressed with the flavor performance on this one. Honestly, I've tried some of the higher end flavor RDAs out there, and this one is pretty darn close for a $30 RDA. And my third pro for this one is kind of a pro over the 24. In fact, it's easy to build. This thing is super easy to build. You just throw a coil in there. The build deck is very, very similar to the Serpent SMM, so I'm really glad they kind of went with something very, very simple for this small of a build deck, because personally, I find the 24mm variant a little bit overcomplicated. And my fourth and final pro for this one is that it has an interesting, unique sort of look. I really love the profile on this one. It's not your standard straight up and down cap. It has a little bit of a ridge and a little bit of a curve, and it's just kind of sleek and stylish and sexy, if you will. But with that, it's just not your standard RDA. So I love that Wotofo is thinking just that much out of the box. All right, guys, so moving on to the cons. My first con is that the included 810 drip tip that comes with this thing is a little bit ugly. Now, I realize this is subjective and not everyone's going to care about this, but I just find that I can't stand it. I dug this one up off of the Carnage RDA, and I think it looks a hell of a lot sexier. I really love the profile on it, and I'm not a big Ultem guy, but I just think the overall look and feel to this tip is way better than the one that's included. But at the end of the day, it doesn't make a difference in performance whatsoever. My second con for this one is another subjective one, but it's the dull color options. The colors for this thing just don't match anything that I own. Luckily, they sent me a black one, so black just matches with everything, and I think it looks pretty darn good on the Squarius. But with that, I just really wish they came out with something a little bit flashier, maybe a matte black version, maybe a gold version, maybe a rainbow version, something like that. At the end of the day, I feel like people want the option of that sort of choice. And my third and final con for this device is that it's easy to flood. Now, whether you're dripping on it or you're squonking, it doesn't really matter. It's still easy to flood. Obviously, this depends on how it's built and how it's wicked and how much wicking material is actually taking up space in the build deck. But with that, I just find that just a little bit too hard on the bottle when I'm squonking on this thing, and I get juice coming out the air holes. So it's just a little bit annoying, but honestly, it just takes time and patience and sort of practice with this one here, and you'll get it down eventually. So at the end of the day, is this device worth purchasing? Would I go out of my way to pick one of these up if I didn't get this one in for a review? Yes, yes, hands down, 100% yes. Wotofo and Suck My Mod did an excellent job with the 22 here, and I gotta say, this is so far my favorite squonking RDA of 2018. Honestly, I really have good faith in this one here that it will remain that top spot at the end of the year when I do my wrap up, if not among the top 3. So with that, very well done on this one here. I really do recommend you guys try it out for yourself. And if you want to grab one for yourself, just check out the link I've got right down there in the description below. So that about does it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more videos just like this. Don't forget to click that notification bell right next to the subscribe button if you want to be alerted whenever I upload videos. Also, leave me some comments in the box below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the Nudge 22 or anything else you guys want to discuss down there. Also, check out the advocacy and my social media links right down there in the description below. If you guys are feeling generous, I've got a paypal.me link and a Patreon right down there in the description as well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and as always, vape on.